Well, take a flamer to it. Well, yeah, but this thing's sole job is to slightly burn bread.
He's trying to innovate. Kill the heretic. Kill the heretic.
Heretic.
Turn him into a
Thank you.
Turn him into a servitor.
How dare he make innovations with approval?
How dare he slap his cyberdong against the ancient archaeotech?
See, I wouldn't slap your Cyberdong on a toaster, because, what if it, gets in there and it's one of those toasters that locks the things in place? After that. Or it's going to be really, really burned.
Yeah, Solus will eventually discover the means orcs obtain infinite ammunition.
Hey, so
Eventually.
So one of you needs to volunteer
Hmm?
to keep track of our loot.
I nominate Choco.
Pirate to keep track of everything. I'm sure nothing's going to go missing.
I nominate Cakes.
I second that nomination.
Which one?
He's going to want to modify most of it anyway.
That's true. He is.
One's gonna sell it, the other's probably gonna mod it to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then pull it back out of a warp portal going, I wonder what this button does.
No. He's going to sell it and then hide away the cash from all of you.
Who said we're gonna let him?
I mean, no, when you were saying is, when Cakes was saying, have him do it. Oh yes, have the pirate do it. Because that's trustworthy.
You're a pirate?
Yes.
Yo ho!
I was thinking more like rolling down to Old Maui, but I guess this would be the equivalent to Old Maui in the 40k universe.
I don't know.
Cadia would be a bad idea, so.
Well, now we need a piratical image.
Well, currently he's more like a Jack Sparrow than a pirate.
But yes, he's currently the at this point he's the Captain Jack Sparrow from the Black Pearl movie, and he's coming to shore on deck of a ship that's slowly just sinking into the water.
Hello.
That's a good way to describe him.
Electro Blitz, hello.
How you doing?
We're about to do Black Crusade. Where I must definitely see about helping guide this pile of riffraff.
Remind me
I
why
take it you're
got you again?
okay with your notes on Zombie?
What's that?
Oh, I take it you're okay with your notes on Zombie? No
Yes.
issues?
Yes.
Lonzombie,
No
remind
issues.
me why I haven't gutted you yet?
Because deep down inside, I still tickle your insides. One way or the other.
If you're talking about the herpes, god damn it.
It's both creepy and weird.
I see. You gotta spend 500.
Fiaura.
Yes,
How you doing?
I am recovering from a bad con.
Another one?
I literally just had one yesterday. What?
No, I mean the other one, like the crystal thing.
No.
Which one?
I was at YushiCon yesterday.
Hmm.
I'm sorry you didn't have a good time.
Oh, damn. Off the top of my head, I forgot the one that gives you the extra hit point. Sound Constitution, there we go.
By the way, those bottle caps, Fiaura, do you send international?
Yes, you have to pay international shipping now.
I know. I just want to know how much it might cost me. A shitload, I know that, but worth it.
I would have to put them in an envelope. I would prefer that you order something more than bottle caps so I can put it all together in one package and therefore not cost you like $50 just to send you bottle caps. Even though they are literally like, there's only 2 companies in the world that do bottle caps that detailed. And one of them, and I have apparently made a friend of one of them.
Aww. So a friend, but also a friendly business relationship.
Person who's a friend.
Ouch.
Can I share something with you, Fiora?
What?
I'm not sure if it's actually not suitable for work or it is suitable for work. I'm not sure.
If you're not sure, then it's not, and we're currently live, Electroblitz. Are you sure you wish to speak of this?
Mm.
Yes.
If you're not
Is it-
sure, then it's not. That simple.
Can I write it to you first then?
Okay. Who are we waiting on?
I'm not sure. Who's here?
No, I think we're just waiting until 3 o'clock.
Hmm.
I mean, we're live. We can.
Varna's not in. Chaco's not in.
I'm here. I'm just not logged in on Roll20.
So you're here, not here.
Yeah. I mean, we're 10 minutes early, so...
I swear to God, Dutch people are so strange.
I aim to please.
Yes, I'm making a generalization. Leave me alone.
I now have 19 corruption. One more corruption point, and I go woogie woogie.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, according to Austin Powers' dad, they all smell like cabbage. Mike Myers.
And of course, they've got him going for another go this year.
God damn, I'm just remembering that scene. There are 2 things I hate in this world. Those who are intolerant of other people's... Dutch.
Really, I'm triggered.
That's a great scene.
Hmm. Have we recovered any wounds at all since last week?
Nah, if you had infinity points left over, you could have used them to heal, but otherwise we're taking off right where we left off.
Alright, so 13.98 current. Weird.
That would be weird.
So technically, I over-exaggerated again. Technically, is totally fine.
Slapped your penis.
I don't know. I don't know how to respond on that one.
Slaps your penis harder.
Ouch.
There you go. It's an appropriate response to getting your penis slapped.
I mean, the Slaneshi might like that. Response you're gonna get out of hand.
Okay, so Fiora told me it's fine. So I want to share something with you people, and I would like to know if you guys actually like it or not, because I want to make prints out of it.
We're currently live, so if you want to do that, go share it in ponies. But we're actually playing 40k today.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
So, are we missing anybody?
I will mute myself.
I think we're missing
What?
someone. I'm counting too few people.
Let's see, 5 people in the game? Yeah, should be right.
Oh, shit, I was thinking 6. I'm dumb. You're reasonable.
Well, 6
You're not suicidal. Unlike Moonhoof, who will totally put like 9 people into a game and expect it to function.
Oh, no,
I'm not making
I learned
commentary.
better than that long ago.
I'm not making commentary at Moonhoof's expense specifically.
No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
the
only
most I
more
can
showed
handle
why
is
that
7.
doesn't work with this.
Like I said,
I feel like every time I say I'm just saying, I should have like Vegeta appear on the screen.
well, Fee, I gotta say, the sensation that I had when I ran a 16-person game was like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest doing juggling at the same time.
And the target was his own ass.
Oh, it was definitely my own ass. Definitely. Never again have I ever gone that many fucking people in a game.
So, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, thank you all for your outpouring of insanity. There are literally more people who have now subscribed to... There's 4 more people at this point who are subscribed to me here on Twitch than I ever had on YouTube after a year of pain.
First year? Was it?
I got the sponsor button last year in October, and I already have 19 subscriptions on Twitch. So keep pouring those in. Keep pouring those in. Twitch has already sent me a letter saying that we might get partnerships sooner than I expected.
Ooh.
Not because of the number of people actually watching at any point in time, but because of bits and subscriptions that have poured in less than a month.
Oh. The amount of people that you're bringing to the table here.
Yes.
Sweet.
Farming bits. Oh, wait, no, let me farm a little bit.
Ooh. Ooh.
So, I am still looking for an artist. Yay, we got cheers. Yay, I like cheers. Holy
Awesome.
shit, drinking buddy, you cheered 150. There's 51 point. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of cheer. There is, so the tip goal today is to pay for Chifundo's costume, because Hetty can't afford one. Like, straight up, that's any money I make today, that's what it's going towards, is making sure Hetty has a costume for Ciderfest.
I think you're gonna need a bigger shot glass for all the bits that just dropped in.
Jeebers, everybody's
I
dropping
only
bits.
see 10 more bits. What are you talking about? I need a bigger shot glass.
That mean... Oh, there we go.
Huh? I'm confused.
Hang on. That means you're about to get hit with a lot of bits.
Maybe.
I mean, the shot glass is already, like, trying to overflow on us, but that's beside the point.
Yeah,
I've
I
already
just
seen
saw
that
like
overflow.
2,500 go in, and then another 1,054.
Huh?
On my screen, it's just raining bits.
No?
It's raining
Well,
bits.
been 100.
Hallelujah. It's
Unless I'm missing something here, the bits at the top of the screen are for the week, not for the
Oh.
day.
Yeah.
That's the week. It
So that-
resets tomorrow. Resets at midnight tonight. Hey, Gearhead. So Irvana will have Bit Champion of the Week. What's that, Gearhead?
darn you, drinking buddy. You took my spot.
Have a subscribe. Ooh.
Jesus Christ, Irvana! Was that
Jesus.
necessary?
Holy moly.
Apparently.
Are you complaining?
The army of Fiaura
Okay,
has a new
then.
officer. Welcome, son.
I think
Woo!
that
Look at
one
your
big
head!
sheer thing just kind of exploded all the other bits.
They evaporated them.
Although, do note, guys, that I don't actually see bits for like a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, about a
so
30
long as,
second
but I will see them eventually. It's a Christmas bonus. It's Christmas, is what it is. It's freaking Christmas.
And me without any bells to ring.
In the meantime, I'm going to. Who was supposed to recap this week?
I suppose, as your new and future ruler of this planet, I could do it.
Somebody cut off his dick before he reproduces.
I could give a
Hey,
stick
go
of
for it,
bells.
Owensis.
That way you know whenever he's getting it out.
By the way, if you had bells on that thing, then it would wind up also being like a studded bad dragon.
Or a very twisted Prince Albert.
Either one. Anyway,
Well,
last...
put in like a bomb collar on it. Just
Let
whatever it's at.
Lenzabi speak, you asinine twat!
I can see the two of us long beautifully. So last week, dear viewers, we wound up getting out of the situation that we'd been in the week before, came to this lovely dust ball of a planet, and land. At which point somehow they knew we were coming. Back to camp. Them a little heads up.
Thus.
And we had to fight 3 armored vehicles and a large platoon of soldiers, which almost got half the party killed. And definitely during the action, they shot at me to stop my music. They shot at everyone. And during all of the crazy action, Panacea decided to whip out a melter bomb of all things, attached it to one of the tanks, which then pulled backwards. And this I'll get to everyone else's action bits shortly. And the bomb was armed, at which point the most important piece of this information was that Wheeler Jack tried to jump from one tank to the other and had one of his feet firmly planted on the melter bomb, and the other one on the glacis plate of the tank, trying to tear his way into it with his power mace, when the bomb exploded. And it was a spectacular explosion. Wheeler Jack went into many pieces all over the place, in flaming wreckage, almost killing our techno-heretic, played by Cakes. Meanwhile, my almost dying after killing some soldiers was because of the autocannons those things have. Those are pretty vicious. But I managed to pull through. And Cornflake got to go berserk, murder a bunch of fools, and tore one of the tanks open, keeping it alive, believe it or not, because she merely killed the crew after crawling into the hole she chopped into the tank.
I'm sorry, they're fighting us from metal boxes. I brought a box opener.
Hey, let me finish. She tore in and pulverized their corpses to the point where even the bone mixed with the blood, instead of being painted red inside the tanks, they were pink. I'm not sure Corn would approve of the pink. Definitely the red. But anyway, I get besides my point.
I am not taking any grief for actually using an anti-tank weapon on a tank.
No, because you're supposed to use an melter bomb to stop a tank. Nobody could predict that Wheeler Jack would jump upon the bomb and the tank, and therefore die with the tank.
Press F for specs.
Another tank was, of course, destroyed because
stuck a flamer and didn't pull the trigger.
Yes, Solus decided to give the entire tank a hot flaming enema, which detonated the ammo rack storage. So that tank was exploded. So we are picking up the pieces. We are healing, thanks to Panacea. We don't have the medical ministrations or lack thereof from Wheeler Jack anymore. Sorry, Wheeler Jack, but you know, you weren't that good a medic. And we have one tank salvageable, and we'll be able to use it. The enemy have left us a nice trail to follow, and therefore we're now going to see if the ship will be kind enough to drop us equipment to set up a base camp and plan from there what we're going to do to the Planetary Defense Force.
All right.
Are you done there, Windbag?
Yes. They
Hey,
told
he's
me
awesome
they
at
take over.
recaps.
Okay, because I wasn't allowed to scream the entire time, since you know, I had to
Cthulhu.
obey my own rules
Well,
and
that's-
not be a twat. And Cthulhu decided to be Cthulhu.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure that if she lets herself go, we'll be able to put a gag on Cornflake after we tie her up and go at her.
I'm sure that happens in your dreams, but last time I checked, you were the sub.
Oh. Well, I do like to switch roles every once in a while.
Can I kill him yet?
Anytime.
We're chaos. You act like the
Well-
question as if most people would care.
And I will add one thing, people. If I actually die an honest death, I will replace myself with a certain small grain critter.
Nope. Just nope.
Nah.
Nope.
All right, so we get back to joining our players. Wake of a bloody battle, wounds have been patched, people have just had time to start picking over the bodies. And, of course, Cornflakes finally got to calm down.
Also, out of character,
Jack's body is blasted to bits, and we saw our little psyker, Owensis, go up and take what was his last remaining possession, his pistol up in hand.
Fiaura out of character. It might just be my thing of Twitch, but the Cthulhu just donated. It still hasn't disappeared from the screen. Not sure if that's some issue with my Twitch or something with your tip
I'm
thing.
fixing it.
Okay.
In the meantime, apparently Cthulhu broke something.
Bad Cthulhu.
Well, you know, outer gods and all. It happens.
Are there any heavy stubbers? Or is it just regular autoguns?
It's just regular autoguns.
Damn, I'm just gonna grab 2 heavy stubbers and jumble them together into a combi. Or a twin linked.
Yeah, unfortunately, the heavy weapons team, they kind of detonated.
Kind of detonated.
I think
Let's
I
go.
got the kneecap that is still alive.
We should call down a team to set up a base camp. and see about getting a crew for this tank.
Yep.
I wonder, do we actually need to clean the inside of the tank, or is the pink paint acceptable?
I'll clean the inside of the tank.
We just don't need to tell them what caused it.
Well, I don't think it would mind its outsides being painted pink. I don't terribly think the machine spirit cares for the insides colored pink.
Well, Cornflake is certainly colored pink at the moment.
The army of Fiaura has a new officer. Welcome, son.
Yeah, somebody hit the blend option on her blend tech, and it kind of made frappe of everything in there.
Yes, except she was inside the container with it, therefore. She's covered head to toe in pink goo.
Well, you kind of need the splitting blades of the blender to be inside whatever you're trying to blend, so
Yes,
kind of fits the reason.
I'm just saying, she's quite pink. In a way, Slanesh would be happy.
I'm gonna need to find some applique armor for this thing.
The army of Fiaura has a new officer.
Well,
Better get
maybe-
it back to
Welcome,
proper
son.
machine bay.
Well,
Should fade.
might I suggest there's enough scrap pieces laying around?
I know. They told me, are there enough scrap pieces around for me to actually repair some of this thing's either
Thank you, Tom.
hull points or armor facings? Or would I need one of the more heavier duty mechadendrites for that, like the arm that gives me a plus 75 strength, or the one that just gives me a plus 20?
You would need some proper heavier tools that you'd have, like glass cutters, to cut up some of the salvage that's there and fit it to the pieces properly and weld it in. And
Gotcha.
Hmm.
so, while the boys bicker, Sister Pansy, you've been pretty quiet. What are you up to?
Oh, contemplating cloning Wheeler Jack from the leg she saved earlier.
Okay, so you're just like standing there and like staring off into the distance, thinking about it. I gotcha. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so you all set on calling up to orbit and nothing else you want to do? Not gonna search all the carnage and wreckage and bodies, or
Solus is going to grab a few frag grenades, but that's about it.
Oh, and she will sit with the one soldier she kneecapped and start preaching to him about the wonders of Papa Nurgle.
you actually gonna medically treat him, or is he just their kneecapped and in agony while you?
I will try again.
What is physically left of Wheeler Jack?
Yay, succeeded.
Yeah, right. So you're doping him up for the painkillers, and you're splitting his leg, and you see him that he's quite loopy, and he's just like looking up at you and smiling and nodding along, and every once in a while he'd babble something that's kind of mostly incoherent but sounds agreeable at least.
She takes out a magic marker and doodles the symbol of Nurgle on his forehead.
Hey, Hitomi, what is physically left of Wheeler Jack?
Right now, Ghibli bits and cybernetic bits have just been sundered into shrapnel.
Is there any significant piece of him left anywhere?
His leg
Run
back
me
on
a
the ship.
D100.
I couldn't keep track of how many different directions.
So as you're looking around, you see mostly stuff that you wouldn't really recognize as any particular part, but you do end up spotting what looks like his thumb and his index finger and a little bit of his hand that's still roughly intact.
Meanwhile, I'm pointing in multiple directions with the one pistol all over the place, pointing there, and there.
So, what was the piece I found?
You found his left thumb, index finger, and a little bit of his hand that's connecting the two.
I will rip the thumb off, preen it, and then attach the bone to my necklace.
Alright. Chaco, did you check your messages?
Yeah, man, the setup. Nah.
Is that a yeah or nah? I couldn't really make that out.
No.
Alright. Okay, so solos, you're tossing the bodies. There's a few grenades that you just pick out, and plenty to go around, but heck, it's not like you want to be carrying that explosives with the way people tend to blow each other up around here.
Yeah. I'm going to get in the vehicle, plane it, and start it up, and then drive it back to the rest of everyone else. And yes, I did actually take operating ground.
Alright. No, you should have control of the token now if you want to move it around. Alright, so you're all going about your business, and you got your new little convert, or at least willing to listen to you person marked up, and you collected a little bit of Wheeler Jack. You see that Solus has finally got the tank running again, and he drove it right up, and everything seems at least working, minus, massive gashes where we've ruptured the armor.
I'm sure he can patch those. He can patch those, right?
I can patch what?
The massive holes in the armor.
Give me a las cutter and some spare armor, yeah.
Points at all the fragments of tanks scattered around the place.
Looks around for a las cutter. Yeah, no las cutter at the moment.
Don't you have a plasma cutter?
More or less just a really, after I reread it, it's a really vigorous saw meant for cutting metal and forcefully bending other stuff back into place.
Okay.
So an anti-metal circular saw, I wouldn't exactly say that would be effective for, heavy armor repair.
No, probably not.
Light little things like, you know, man-portable weapons, yeah, by all means. Big shit like tanks. I'm gonna need a las cutter. Is anyone gonna contact the fleet, or...
I suppose if nobody else will, Panacea will.
Oh, that's not safe.
How about me? I can go ahead.
Don't let him talk.
What? I can be civil.
But you're
You
not
being
adorable.
civil, yes. The gun in your hand trying to control you to make you be a bit more of an ass. You already
What?
are.
What are you talking about?
You mean there's a difference?
It's just a gun.
The flintlock pistol possessed our happy-go-lucky friend there, who's now over there, and up there.
Well, that was him, and we're talking about me now.
I believe the definition of insanity is repeating the same experiment over and over and over again and expecting different results. At least I need to recheck the definitions.
Well,
Last blast had my head ringing.
I feel
I think
totally
the definition
fine.
of stupidity is allowing Xanatos to talk. I mean, allowing Owen to talk.
I am simply going to make the request that we get supplies. Some workers to make a camp down here for us to base. So that we can formulate a battle plan and strike and take this dust ball away from those who are...
I think while they're talking about this, Panacea is just going to go ahead and make the call.
Alright, go for it.
Hiya, Captain Person. We've secured a landing site. Could you send some people down? We got tanks too. We need a tank crew and some foot soldiers. That would be nice. Thank you.
And you hear her kind of just sigh, and you can just imagine from the sound of it that she's rubbing at her sinuses and going... Tracking your signal, ETA, 15 minutes.
Thank
Interrupts Panacea. She forgot also we're going to need a proper base camp and supply.
I thought that's included with troops.
Not unless specifically given the word to. Soldiers are very much into following precise order.
We need to establish a base camp. That means troops.
Yes. We'll need the supplies, and we'll need the tent, and all the other good things, and... yes, I grew up watching How to Control Meaning. Make one mistake in their orders, and they'll get away with whatever they feel they can get away with.
Yay, we're having a camp out.
Alright, takes a few minutes, and you start to see up ahead in the sky a few bright flares as shuttles start entering the atmosphere. Slowly blazing down towards your location.
So, do we have to worry about our own ship contacting the PDF to try to kill us?
If they do, we'll come up there and kill them. It's that simple.
Okay.
Now I suggest once they land, they establish a base camp, recover the loot, and we move on to figure out where those PDF fuckers came from, considering they left us a nice trail of treads to follow.
And footprint.
And the screaming whine of the engines get closer as you see them come in for their approach. They circle overhead, look for a clear spot to land, and decide to start setting down west of you. Well, Chaka does have a good point about that, but, you know.
Yes.
They wanted you dead. They could have shot you out of fucking orbit when you were flying down.
Well, if they didn't want their hands dirty, get the PDF to do it for them. So, that's a possibility.
Oh, it's entirely possible. But who knows? As the shells step down, you see the doors open up in the back, and your troops, such as they are, arrive. They look fairly well trained, fairly decent in their security. You see they're dressed in flak armor. Most of them have shotguns. A few of them have some las guns. They start to spread out, take points, cover vectors, make sure everything's safe, and start spreading out.
Fairly well trained.
And of course, the third shuttle, you just notice that nothing has come out so far.
I wonder what's going on.
Hey, it's sunrise!
Oh, god damn it.
What do you... Explain this thing you call sunrise to me, please.
Sunrise is a chaos demon that decided to take the form of a shuttle, or rather bond itself to a shuttle in some manner of speaking.
So you're saying there's a squad of troops that have been devoured?
Possibly, yes. Or they're being exceptionally lazy, or it just has supplies and no actual troops. And the pilot doesn't want to get out for fear we might shoot him. You know, new troops, new alliances, fears, all that kind of jazz.
Cornflake will stomp over in their general direction.
See, a few of them seem to recognize you. You know, possibly you spent time with them over the trip. A couple of them start to give you the Aquila, and then they kind of like realize, oh yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Smart. I would hate to
Reflexes, ma'am. Sorry.
I would hate to have to break one of your hands.
Oh, well, yes, that would be a shame, wouldn't it?
You guys didn't bring any las cutters, did you?
No, sir.
Piss. Oh well. We're gonna go up and inspect the shuttle to see if it is indeed sunrise.
Which one?
The one that nothing's gotten out of yet.
That'd be the one in the south. You know, you checking the cockpit, or are you going around back, going inside?
I'm gonna go around back, plug into a port, not actually enter the damn thing for fear of it.
Alright, so you go around back, you see the doors open, you see what looks like several supply crates there inside, ammo boxes, very sundry supplies.
Panacea assumes it's sunrise and goes and gives it a hug.
I swear she's
Alright.
obsessed with that thing.
Is it sunrise? After I check the registry of it.
Oh yeah, you plug in and you notice the distinct code that you left behind, as well as the welling hunger within the machine spirit.
Oh, Joy, Sunrise, did you eat your crew, or did you just let them load you up with supplies and then fly on down by yourself?
And in answer, the shuttle seems to like shiver a little bit, like physically shiver, as if its ripples are passing down through its hull.
You ate your crew, didn't you? Alright. Can you deposit your cargo? Because I'm afraid if I enter you, you're gonna eat me too. Despite that I keep feeding you. And repairing you, and maintaining you.
Alright, soldier, what have you got to establish base camp with? And did you bring down an appropriate tank crew?
I think Sunrise may have eaten the tank crew. If that isn't it already.
He nods and he says, Jarvis here, he's quite the skilled pilot himself. I'm sure that he's been more than suitable for driving around your machine.
I just thought Sunrise is Big Bird, a thing that still bites me even though I feed it and make sure it's alive.
So,
Psyker, I suggest you keep your distance a little bit. This would be Sunrise. I'm trying to negotiate with it to allow me to go in and retrieve the supplies it brought us.
Oh, Panacea will just go in and start unloading.
Yeah, Panacea goes inside and nothing seems to happen. She just starts lugging out crates.
Oensis smiles, uses his free hand to stroke the nose of the shuttle. Who's a good shuttle? Who's a good shuttle?
Oh, and it doesn't
You
know
are.
you.
The last person tried to do that, it ate its hand. Not trying to threaten you or anything, just trying to give you sufficient information.
As far as I'm concerned, let Sister Panacea deal with that thing unless you want to be its lunch.
Oh.
The Chaos Demon inside of it is Nurgle aligned, it seems. That or Slanesh, because it has an ever-building hunger.
Wow. Like I said, who's a good shuttle?
That actually comes to mind.
What?
We have an assortment in excess of armaments, munitions, and burning husks. Sunrise, would you care for a meal of a more technical nature? I'm sure you could absorb the weapons into your own hull and finally have some defensive armaments, even if they are only anti-infantry at the moment.
You feel this like rumble of confusion coming from it.
I want you to eat and absorb the 2 tanks we've knocked out, along with the various man-held weapons, so that you can absorb them into your frame, get bigger, grow, and actually have some means of defending yourself should something decide to be hostile towards you.
You feel it growing increasingly distracted as you mention things like, I want you to eat. And it seems to be like trying to reach out towards you with its machine spirit, like its essence is just trying to surround your awareness inside the machine.
I do not want you to eat me. I feed you, I maintain you, I repair you. You eat me, that kind of stops.
Are you really negotiating with a shuttle?
Do you have any other idea for negotiating with Sunrise?
No.
I was hoping you'd actually say yes.
Other than bashing it apart and telling it that that the beatings will continue until morale improves.
I have a better idea. Gonna unplug from Sunrise and or find Panacea and see if she can't give it a healthy helping of tank for its new diet.
Alright.
She'll help and start hauling what she can into Sunrise along with dead bodies. So yeah.
Cornflake is now also going to throw what is left of Wheelerjack's hand that she didn't use for her necklace into Sunrise.
Alright.
What? I have the reminder / trophy. What's left of him is pretty much waste not, want not.
Yeah, it's cheaper than burial.
So, who's gonna be a good little shuttle? Once we take over this world and I reestablish my rulership of these Cretan's people that live here, we'll have plenty to feed you.
You can feel it like rumble beneath your hand.
Solus is going to take a rather
No.
powered armored step away from the Psyker.
Couldn't hear her tell me.
Oh, as you're saying that you can feel the shuttle like its hull's rumbling beneath your hand, like the engine's idling, although you're not hearing the engine.
Would you like me to be able to guarantee you plenty of food?
It's still rumbling.
We can be such great friends together.
Can't tell if it's purring or if it's got hunger pangs.
And you just see like Panacea walking by, checking bodies in, checking guns and ammo in.
Sure, there will be people who will try to resist us, and we will have to feed them a steady source of.
Yay!
And of course, it also means we'll have to crush them.
And at that, you just hear a crunch from in the back, and suddenly there's more space for Panacea to throw stuff in.
Does it let me continue petting?
Yeah.
No attempts to consume my hand?
No.
I think we're going to be just wonderful friends together. Smiles broadly.
No, she just likes to swallow things whole.
Well, the others were doubtful as to whether or not Sunrise, as it's called, could behave itself. But you're a good shot. Alright.
I'm more worried about you behaving yourself than the damn ship.
It's not like I intend to.
Don't fuck the ship.
I was about to let you know that wasn't my plan.
Stares at and I don't believe you.
But all this fighting has gotten me a little excited.
His plans do not concern me. The pistol's plans, however, have me somewhat concerned.
And meanwhile, you see the two squads have gone off, and they're just like building a lean-to using the shuttle and some canvas and staking it down. And you see a few of them are starting to dig foxholes and filling up sandbags and just kind of digging in general.
I could watch. Work fascinates me. I could watch it all day long. So, we need to discuss our plans for hunting down the remainder of their PDF, yes?
Cornflake should challenge the entire PDF to a duel.
We need
No.
to seek out where those PDF came from and eliminate it, as well as see how many of them we can convert to our cause.
Ah, yes. Activate my ability to corrupt and walk right on in on them.
Wait a minute, didn't we take a prisoner?
Yeah, there's a guy that got kneecapped, and he's kind of doped up and loopy and laying on the sand out there amidst his fallen brothers.
Definitely get some of that.
We need more information on why they were exceptionally terrified of the last owner of the pistol. And I don't think it's because he grew a set of brass balls.
I mean, to be fair, you'd probably be scared of someone who charged a tank and won.
No, I'm more specifically referencing how he declared himself the old king of this planet. And that itself seemed to cause him no end of terror. Information has its uses. Finding out the information first is helpful in determining what its use could be.
Yes.
Come on, you two. You will debate this for an eternity if we don't begin moving.
Ah, yes. Let us go.
As you will, War Master.
Alright, so, what are you doing? Saddling up in the tank and heading out, or going to interrogate him, or what?
Well, the prisoner's in no position to be interrogated at the moment. He's little more than a gibbling mess. Have to wait for the drugs to wear off first.
Well, maybe when he's feeling a little better, I could convince him with the concept.
While that idea has merit, I think him seeing the pistol on your side would probably be detrimental.
It's just an ornate pistol.
You can tell that to someone who doesn't know better, and they might believe you. I have seen otherwise.
Well, I'll still have my guitar. And I can still play it as a normal guitar without having to resort to shooting one with sound. Oh, Cornflake dear, are you going to come with us?
Yes, yes. Well, at least we have a tank.
Yes, we do.
It's not going to survive much longer, though, until I can get some hull repairs done. If anything, I'd say it's a little under half health.
Alright. Thus, you all head out into the desert wastes. The sun hits noon, starts sliding into afternoon as you follow the trail. And eventually, in the distance, the sands give way towards a small little village.
Did they really come from a little village?
Seriously. Were we actually attacked by the Bumpkin Patrol?
Go ahead and enter on the east-hand side, right there where the sand is. Obvious entrance.
Well, we should be coming from the west.
Shh. Just pretend it's flipped.
Pretend they did some turning and things on the way.
Had to maneuver around rocks and whatnot. As you roll up into the village, you see down to your lower right, detail of 4 people. They're digging a massive trench filled with bodies. One of them is performing last rites. It seems here where your trail ends.
Let's try not to get into a lot of combat. Most of us are still pretty wounded.
They
Well,
don't know that.
I thought Sister Panacea went and took care of it.
I can only do so much.
Yeah.
She's a nerdlite, not a miracle worker.
True.
As the tank rolls up, you see one of them just kind of plants a shovel on the ground and looks up, and see him just kind of shiver quite clearly at the sight, and his face just goes blanch, but he stands his ground. He's not moving from the spot.
Who do you want to talk?
I'd say Panacea and Cornflake should probably go up first.
Fine.
I'm more afraid of you having, well, the pistol inducing another episode, like, bow before the rightful king and all that.
My.
Yeah, let him do that to you. You imply that you're out of your mind and not in control.
Never struck me as being paranoid, Solace. I am in full control of myself. And I'm probably in more control than Cornflake. If they say the wrong word, she'll chop their head off.
By all means then, just please keep the pistol holstered.
It is.
And forgive me, it's just Wheelie Jack taught me to be paranoid. He had a tendency to shoot his own people in the back, after all.
Doesn't really cement a positive note in my mind over him. Anyway.
Yes, Chaco, that is terrible and awful, and you should feel bad.
But I don't. The thing is, you walk up, you ask what they are, and we go, we are the Firmin of Arrakis. We control the spies.
Excuse me, my good man. What are you up to?
You're not burying the dead from the soldiers that just killed and slaughtered your village, are you?
And you see him just grimace at that and goes, "You damn well know that's what I'm doing, you butchers." And you see the woman that's right next to him just start to shrink away.
Oh!
Wasn't us, we killed them.
Points at the tank. Oh, you mean the fellows that used to own that tank is who you're referring to. We've recently come into possession of it after murdering them.
I'd more call it manslaughter.
You see a look of confusion come across Gustav's face, and he goes, "You... what? You stole a tank from the army?"
Well, more like destroyed 2 tanks, kept the one, and got rid of the entire platoon that was with them. So if they're the ones that slaughtered you, look upon us in gleeful, joyous rapture, for we are your liberators.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with him.
I wouldn't have put it quite thusly, but yes.
You see the woman in the south who's been doing the last rite. She like kneels down and she bows her head and she goes, "Oh, by the goddess."
Lord Owensis, Salamankov and company at your service, my good people. As he bows theatrically.
And you see the man Garrick, he plants a shovel finally and looks over at you and he goes, "So why are you here?"
We followed their trail. And it wound up leading us to here. Quite a simple and simply elegant situation and solution, don't you agree?
Cute. And you see him shake his head a little and he goes, "So you have nothing to do with us, right? You're just gonna leave us be, right?"
Well, what would you like to do?
Leave you be? We would have assumed you wanted revenge.
Exactly, and we could help you with revenge. That, and also keep you entertained with a few tunes.
Who rules the planet and where can they be found?
That would be in the opposite direction of this.
And Francesca looks over at you and goes, "Well,
Yay!
the governor's in
Yay! Thank you.
Skyfall, of course. I mean, it's the biggest city in the world."
And where might Skyfall be?
And she goes, and she like kind of plants her shovel and she dusts her hands off and she says, "Please just give us a moment. You understand, my friend." And she kind of like gestures very weakly at the mass grave that they just dug, and she starts to walk off.
Get
And
back
Gustav
here and
follows
I'll
her.
give you a sword.
I think they're going to go let others know that we've arrived. And that we have... And we took out the bastards that butchered their friend. Very fortuitous act. To her.
Garrick looks over at you and goes, "Look, lady, we're just farmers and craftsmen. We're not warriors. We're not some army. What do you expect of us?" And
Pulls his
see
guitar
Val
off.
say, "Shush, you know the goddess is a goddess of war."
Pulls his guitar off his back.
Yes, goddess
And-
of war points to corn or cornflake.
And I was a simple artisan and musician and entertainer. And look at me now. I'm able to inflict damage upon those who would cause harm. We're here to help you.
Garrick looks over at Val and Garrick goes, "These people are mad. They must have been touched by the sun or something out there. You can't be listening to this, can you?" Val nods and says, "I think you should listen to them. You should hear them out. They seem odd, but confident at least."
You said you were artisans, craftsmen. What is it you make?
Garrick just blinks at you and goes, "Well, I work the hides, of course, you know."
Oh.
Can you show me? I'd be interested in learning the template. Sorry. Used to be a tech priest on another planet for a long while, just maintaining and building and crafting things as they do. Old habits die hard, you understand?
Throw me like a charm test for that.
Who?
Solus.
Solus.
Well, about as charming as a tech priest.
Yup.
And that's not very.
Wow.
He goes,
I don't have it trained.
yeah, but hey, you never know what's going to happen.
But don't worry, good folks. We are here to restore balance to this wonderful little planet of yours.
Where did the soldiers come from?
Derek looks at Solus and he says, "Look, stranger."
Probably didn't say anything.
And you see him start to get from like exasperated and exhausted, and you can kind of see like his eyes are puffy and red just shot all through it, and he goes, "Look at there," and he just points his finger down into the grave and all these bodies piled up, and he says, "Look there, my husband is down there, fuck you."
My dear,
You are unfortunately not my type, but I can see that there are a lot of bodies. Due to your reaction, I assumed that most of them you cared for. I, at the moment, am not your enemy. I'm merely trying to assist.
He says, "If you want to assist me, just leave me be. Let me finish burying them." And you just see him like sag onto his knees and bent over, and he's just a wreck. You can see him sobbing, but it's like he can't even form tears anymore.
who in your village could give us more details of the situation? And also explain to us the situation, why they would do this to you.
Well, Vala steps forward and she says, "Well, most people here, they kind of, well, I guess they say Alex is in charge of this place. He certainly likes to think so, but, the best bet really, if you want some answers, is to go to Samara."
Samara?
Oh, yes, surely you've heard of her, right?
We're new here.
Actually, hold on to that thought there, Owensis.
This ain't good.
Oh boy.
We're on a mission from gods.
Oh boy.
Well, once this is noticed, she mentioned a goddess and not the god emperor.
I don't know. Maybe the God Emperor got a sex change. Would explain why he's in kind of a bitchy mood all the time.
Looks at Solus. Even
What?
I'm not that blasphemous.
Do we have to get the little image of like the Emperor wearing the peach crown? I can find it.
Yeah. Go for it, Chuck.
Anyways, you got your note now, Owensis.
Let's take a look. Boom.
What do you mean you're not that blasphemous?
Oh, okay, interesting. So, yes, we are new here, but I am very interested in this Samara. Could you take me to her? Take us to her?
Throw me a charm test.
I'm sorry. I hate to do this, but I need to go. My mother is insisting I pick up leaves this afternoon. Yeah, no, just please
All right.
without me.
Okay, charmed guest. Let's take a look. Doo-doo, and I do have it
No,
trained.
it's okay, guys.
That's fine.
Fuck. Okay, I apologize to everyone. We're gonna have to switch what we're doing because part of the charm of this game is having all of the players present and how we play off of each other. So, I'm still paying Hitomi. That's flat out and without question. But I don't feel right if someone has to drop mid game like that, continuing forward.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Jacko. I know we were going to get to your introduction.
And we have no idea.
Next time.
We have no idea how long it's going to take him to get done with them leads.
I'm going to stop the stream for a second in order to create a break in the video, and then I will restart it very shortly.
Okay.
That way, the Black Crusade video maintains itself.